when do you start doing photography, underwater photography?
So I started diving in about 2010 in Thailand, and I really, really loved it. Then after coming back and doing my marine biology degree in Victoria, at the University of Victoria, I decided to get a bigger camera housing and start really exploring the craft. So I started in last May, and I've been slowly getting better and better and exploring more of the areas around Vancouver Island. And yeah, I started just experimenting more with subjects and going for smaller subjects and trying to get the details that most people can't really see. Most people don't really expect from lots of sea creatures around here.
Did you take some classes like photography, underwater photography classes, or you?
No, I've actually never done any photography classes. It's all self-taught. I just got a DSLR for the first time this year, so this was actually, I just started shooting with a DSLR as well this May, so it's a huge learning curve trying to adjusting yourself to, paying attention to all the settings as well, extra prep for bringing everything underwater, so yeah, there's lots of technical stuff, but I've really enjoyed it.
On average, you will say how many hours are you, or how long you are to take so many pictures?
Yeah, since the summer I've probably done about close to 70 dives, which is usually about roughly an hour underwater, sometimes less, sometimes more. So, definitely over 60 hours in the last summer, so not all the time is shooting photos, but mostly I have my camera down there playing around, just trying to capture something new.
So you would say in your files you have like how many hundreds of pictures, or?
Oh, thousands of pictures. Trying to narrow down what to pick was definitely a hard choice.
Talking about the show, how did you come out with the idea of having a show? How the whole idea grew up?
Honestly, the idea originally, I just enjoyed taking these photos, and I just started showing more and more people because a lot of people were getting more interested in it. And one of my friends, Katie Sage, was actually works with the Ministry of Casual Living where this is hosted, and she was really, really enthusiastic, and just her energy was actually a really big driving factor to make me decide, maybe to show this art to a little bit more people and to show my passion, like give other people an idea of what's in the ocean. So really just picking was more of a deciding process on which technically were the best photos to me and some of my personal favorites. So the editing was also a very monumental task, but it's what you love doing, so yeah.
Like as I asked you earlier about the color, so do you sometimes change the color for giving more contrast, or barely touch it?
So a lot of people ask that, especially because a lot of these are from night dives, but you use external strokes for night dives, so it runs off your flash and feeds to very strong lights and lights up your subject quite well. So I'd say most of these are all natural colors. Very, very, very few changes were made. A couple of the pictures, like the jellyfish pictures and the anemone pictures, to add a little bit more detail, I changed a little bit of the contrast, add a little bit of darkness to brighten up some of the colors. So there are a couple where they're either slightly a little bit more blue or a little bit more brighter colors than what you'd normally see. But that's also interpreted by the diver as well, because you're experiencing these in all different lighting conditions all the time, so sometimes they do definitely look how you see them in this picture, which is what's great about diving and night diving, and you can see so many different colors. Yeah.
The online stuff, and they're putting together a research paper for artist run centers in British Columbia.
Yeah, a couple of different things. And I was looking at this website that specialized at social media industry.